you're presenting as though you are presenting with fact that a law like this or a law similar to this has statistically proven that it has created positive results as far as reducing school shootings, mall shootings, suicide shootings. Is that correct?
Certainly reduced suicide rates. And again, in the case of Vermont, there was a very clear case where a law like this would have been useful.
Okay, then once we get this law passed, there should be no obstacles, nor should there be any attempt to minimize a law such as what Charlie Collins tried to get through, because now we will have a safer environment because this law will be in place to identify the problematic areas. So we should be able to, for those legal abiding citizens who this law does not apply to, should be able to have greater opportunities. Why would that not be a fair conclusion?
Yeah, I'm a little, so you're saying if this law were in place, we wouldn't need to worry about any other gun safety legislation? Is that it?
I'm saying if you have so much confidence that this will pass, and maybe, you know, maybe
I've got
it's good.
zero confidence in this. Over here to have an honest conversation about particular.
Well, the chances of this passing might be greater
If it had different sponsors.
We're all right.
this bill might have greater chance to pass, or a greater chance to pass if the confidence is that high in it and the evidence is that strong to prove that a law like this addresses what we will call the real problem, then what often has been labeled as the real problem, we should be able to allow people greater flexibility with gun laws. And that's what I'm trying to tie the connection. This ought to make it easier for law-abiding citizens to conceal carry in greater places in order to be able to protect themselves.
I'm not sure I'm in a position to agree or disagree. I certainly think it's a possibility. But I will say that while we are confident a law like this can have a positive effect, there is no law that's going to work 100% across the board every time. If that's the measure of whether or not we pass something, none of us need to bother showing up in January. And honestly, the way today is going, that doesn't sound that bad. But and there's also just no one solution, right? I mean, gun violence and violence in general has many causes and many solutions. I mean, Senator Rice has touched on some today. Others have as well. There is no one solution, and I don't want anybody to get into the mindset where this is sort of a competition where we only have so many opportunities to pass solutions, right? Or that if we pass one, we can't pass another. I think everybody here is working towards the same goal. And as long as we are able to find consensus and work in a constructive manner, that there's opportunity to pass any number of things.
Let me just say, we all say you learn from experience. And that's kind of the point of this piece of legislation and the next one. We know what happened in Florida. Are we going to set up a legal framework that helps possibly prevent something like that from happening here? Just as Senator Garner asked, would you want to have the gun when the door is breached? The same question can be asked about these pieces of legislation. We have an experience we know occurred where a person probably would have qualified to have their weapons restricted under the red flag law. Would you rather have this in place or not? And I think the answer is clear. If my child asks me, what have you done with regards to school safety, knowing what just happened in Florida, what did y'all do in Arkansas? Did you put in place a red flag law? Did you raise the age to purchase an assault style weapon to 21? And I say, no, we didn't. But is that the answer?
The only thing I'd say to that is that people who go in and do these things don't give a flip about what laws we pass down here. They're going to get their hands on whatever it takes to achieve whatever their goals and objectives are.
And let me respond to that. I agree that can happen, but our job is to set up the legal framework and to make it harder right? Or to give law enforcement the tools to have a chance, have a better chance. It's fair. I think that's our job. Now, we may not all agree on that, but I think just as some of the questions that were posed earlier, the same questions can be posed about policy decisions.
I'll let you go there, Madam Chair. Thank you.